You are going to want to fasten your seatbelts and buckle up because this hair transformation was a wild ride. This is our client, Elena, and that is how she came to me the first time I did her color. It was a major color correction. That's what we were able to do. We gave her a really beautiful beigey blonde. We've done a lot of really fun colors on her. I also did this red, like copper accent on her. She wanted to do something fun. So we decided to play a little game and have the followers choose her hair colors. That was when we added a few extensions on her. And this time she's like, let's go crazy. So if you see, that's Philip Wolf there. And he was doing a little bit of separation to do some color blocking. And the followers basically chose every single section of hair from front to back and how we placed the color. And we wanted to do more fashion colors, vivids. I always start everything out with K18. I started with the chelator, but I didn't video it. That removes all the minerals and elements. I did about 8 sprays per quadrant. I let it sit for 4 minutes, and then that's their molecular repair hair mist. I let that also sit for 4 minutes, and I did 10 sprays per quadrant. Elena cannot stand her regrowth. We do her lightener a lot, like every 4 weeks, but we use a lot of K18. I give her the mask to take home, and it's too hard to leave a 1/4 of an inch out when I do this, so I just apply to the regrowth. I usually do 20 volume. She's like a natural level 2. Her hair is really dark, and I just go slow and low, and I let it process sometimes for up to 2 hours. You know, the lightening developer that you choose, it's not really about power. It's about how long you're going to leave the lightener on. But when you use 30 and 40, it's going to blow that cuticle open. And even though her hair's short and we cut it every time, I want her hair to be as healthy as possible. So 20 is about as high as I'll go. We always have the best conversations when I'm doing her color. I start in the front, actually. A lot of people always say start in the back. When I'm doing my blondes or platinums, I like to start in the front because that's where I want it to be lighter and brighter. And then I'll up my developer. So I added some 30 volume to create like a 25 volume developer in the back. And then I apply in the back. I take really slim sections. It's hard not to overlap with this, but I put that K18 on there. And that's going to really help protect her hair during and also repair it after. If you notice, I waited about an hour and a half and it still wasn't quite there. So I'll reapply because it will dry out sometimes. I don't like using insulation and plastic on her because it's such a small amount of regrowth. After another 45 minutes, it was perfect in the front and the back, and it was time to get into this. While we were doing this, we were going live and asking the followers, and Elena was such a good sport. They were coming in with green. Somebody said black. She was like, please don't do my hair black. Anything but black after all of this lightener. But they were coming in with hot pink, blues, greens, purples, and it was really neck and neck for what we were going to do for each section. I had never done anything like this before. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. Philip Wolf came in and finished off some of those finishing touches. I love how meticulous he is with hair cutting. If you see that beautiful point there and the shape around this pixie in the front, it's kind of like a pixie pompadour that we did on Elena this time, which gave us a lot of room to have some fun with the color blocking. As I saw the stats and where we were going, I got to be honest, I was a little bit nervous. It wasn't a color combination that I would normally choose on somebody, but hey, when we made a promise, we made a promise. So I hope you guys like it, but be honest, you know, it was a fun time. It's something that we did really just to like engage with you guys and give you guys free reign to choose the hair color that we do. And Elena is just that client. She's like the perfect client that you could ask for. She's always open to do fun things and to change and to have fun, which makes our job so much fun behind the chair. Philip Wolf came in and took off the link on top, and it was time to get into this color blocking. So they chose a light powder blue. I used Pulp Riot for this in this section. And then on top, they wanted me to use the color Candy, which is like a neon pink. I would never put those colors together. In the back, I covered it in foil, and Elena requested that I do the bubblegum pink that was by Matrix and leave out some of the blonde. And then I did candy pink, violet, and powder blue. Green almost made its way in there, but it just was like about 10% below the rest. So this was the color placement that we did. I let it process for almost an hour, and we rinsed it with ice cold water. And then we divulged the color with Elena. Luckily, she was feeling it, actually. She loved it. And as you can see, she's just got the best energy. She's so much fun to have in the salon. We came in and decided to give her a great style for you guys. That's our Babyliss Pro Nano Titanium Blow Dryer that Philip's using right there. If you notice, he's using a ceramic brush and just getting great volume so that we can kind of get that pompadour look on top with this sort of like high voluminous pixie. That is a replay of us pulling off that towel from Elena's hair and her seeing the color for the first time. If you notice, Philip's just really taking that brush and just going in different directions, adding volume, and you can start to see the color placement there. We were actually feeling it. She was loving it. And if you can see by the cut that we did there, you can really see that candy pink underneath the baby blue. And you can see the blonde in the front. If you notice that icy blonde in the front, I put a little bit of silver on there just to give it like a nice icy blonde that gave it that kind of color melt just in the front. Sometimes it's those little accents that you can put into a color that make all the difference. You can see when Philip flips up the hair there, you can really see that blonde in the front. And Elena was all smiles. She was feeling definitely a little bit rock and roll. Here is a video of the color, and here's some photographs that we took of the color. That is the right side, and here is the left side that the followers chose. What do you guys think? Did the followers get it right? What do you guys think of this color? Sound off in the comments.